Let's kick things off with a simple truth, right? No business can succeed if its foundation is cracked. Today we're going to dig into a really powerful framework. Some people call it Professor Mucci's fifth rule, that basically unlocks the secret to what your customers actually want. We're talking about how to build a product they truly can't live without.
You've seen this happen, haven't you? Some brilliant, feature-packed product launches with all this hype, and then it just fizzles out. Meanwhile, some simpler competitor comes along and just completely takes over. It's a super frustrating puzzle, and you know what? We're going to solve it right now.
The key here isn't about working harder or just cramming in more features. Nope, it's about a complete shift in how you think. The solution is in this framework that kind of forces you to see the world through your customer's eyes by understanding this hidden hierarchy of their needs.
All right, first things first, let's really diagnose the problem. Why do so many smart, well-funded teams build things that, well, nobody wants? Let's unpack this whole product failure puzzle.
This right here, this is the absolute heart of the problem. Companies pour endless resources, we're talking time, money, talent, into building features they think are important. But way too often, they just completely miss the mark. They get caught up solving problems that don't really matter, while totally ignoring the ones that do. It's just a classic recipe for disaster.
So, how do we find the right features? Well, the answer is a really simple but profound model, the needs pyramid. Think of this as your map for navigating what customers actually care about, and it's built on three super important layers.
At the very bottom, the bedrock, we have critical needs. This is the foundation of your house. These are the absolute, non-negotiable things your product has to do. I mean, if a banking app can't reliably show you your balance, who cares about anything else it does? If you don't meet these needs, your customers are gone, period.
Okay, moving up a level, we've got basic needs. So if the critical needs are the foundation, think of these as the walls and the roof. They're the standard features that everyone in your market just expects you to have. For that banking app, this might be, being able to transfer money. Having these doesn't make you special, but not having them, that makes you look totally out of touch. They just keep you in the game.
And then, way up at the top of the pyramid, we find the nice-to-haves. These are the shiny objects, the granite countertops and the fancy light fixtures of your product. They're the wow features that can create die-hard fans, like a beautiful spending tracker in our banking app. But, and this is so important, they only matter if the foundation and the walls are absolutely rock solid.
So the whole philosophy here really just comes down to structure and order. You have to build from the bottom up. You've got to get the foundation perfect before you even start thinking about the cool decorations. Let's see what that looks like in the real world.
This table just lays it all out, crystal clear. If a critical need is missing, your customer is gone. Instantly. It's a total must-have. If a basic need is missing, they get annoyed, maybe start looking around at your competitors. That's a should-have. But if a nice-to-have is missing, honestly, they probably won't even notice. The priority here becomes incredibly obvious.
I absolutely love this quote because it makes the whole idea unforgettable. So many businesses are out there trying to polish the countertops while their foundation is literally cracking beneath them. They're adding all these flashy, nice-to-have features while their core, critical functions are buggy or just unreliable. And guess what? It never, ever works.
Okay, so the theory is powerful, it's pretty intuitive, but how do you actually put it to work? Let's turn this framework into a practical strategy that you can start using today.
The difference is it's night and day. Take a look at Company A, which ignores the rule. They're constantly chasing competitors, building features nobody even asked for, and just burning through time and money. Now look at Company B. By focusing on the pyramid, they solve real, critical problems first. And what does that do? It builds unshakable loyalty and gives them a massive, sustainable edge.
So here it is, your playbook. It's a simple three-step action plan. First, just brainstorm. List out everything your customer might possibly want or need. Step 2, and this is the most important part, you've got to categorize every single one of those items as critical, basic, or nice to have. Be really honest here. And finally, step 3, allocate your resources. Your time, your money, your team's focus, it all goes to the critical needs first. Only when those are totally mastered do you even think about moving up to pyramid.
Okay, if you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Master your critical needs before you even think about the nice-to-haves. I mean, obsess over solving your customers' most fundamental problems. Become the absolute best in the world at delivering on that non-negotiable foundation. Everything else is just a distraction until that job is done.
And that leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Whether you're building a billion-dollar company or just a simple side project, what is the one single critical need that your customer absolutely cannot live without? Find that thing, master it, and you will win.